So let's talk about something many of us do every year, a word. You know what I mean, right? That one word we choose to represent the upcoming year. So we're in December now, and we've got just a few more weeks until we are upon the year 2025. So every year, I don't know if you're like me, but I choose a word, and it's been really a popular thing to do amongst women I hang out with and groups that I belong to. So it's a thing that we do because that one word we choose represents the upcoming year. It's sort of like a guiding light, a little mantra. It's what we want to be focused on so that we can accomplish what it is that we desire for that year or what we become. So prior to that, it was always like New Year's resolution, New Year's resolution. I remember doing those a lot in my lot younger years, like in my early teens and up into my teens. And then in my latter years, it became more about what's the word that represents the upcoming year that you're about to have. So I've done this, like I said, for as long as I can remember. And I, I'm going to be just vulnerable here for a moment because when I have chosen a word every year, and I didn't know I was actually doing this, but every year I picked a word, it was really coming from a place of love. What's interesting about me, and I bet many of you kind of can relate to this, is my adult life has been this constant teeter-tottering dance of unbelievable self-confidence and at the same degree of self-doubt. Am I the only one? Because I'm just that's the battle every day, right? Confidently moving forward as a woman, as a business owner, as a mother, and then inconsistently the same place of self-doubt. Am I good enough? Are my kids happy? The whole thing. This was my life. So I would choose words that would fill the empty spaces inside of me. The spaces I never told anybody about. And I'm pretty sure I was also very unwilling to admit that there were spaces inside me that were not filled with happiness and joy and confidence and empowerment. Because I think for me, it was really shameful to feel that way. How dare me have healthy children, a great marriage, a beautiful life, and still feel like I was unsatisfied. It made me feel guilt and shame to feel that way. So I would words that would make me feel like I mattered a little bit more, words that I believed could somehow make me feel I was enough for that coming year. And the driving force wasn't self-love, ladies. Yeah. I look back and sometimes when I think about my 20s and 30s, it makes me sad. But at the same time, it was a journey I needed to be on, right? And my driving force was not trust, obviously. It was really rooted in fear. I was afraid that I was wasting my time on earth. I was afraid that I wasn't being good enough in all the things, not just one thing. I mean, I'm talking even minuscule things like hair or it, things that were really, it seems now in my mind insignificant, but it wasn't insignificant to me at the time. I was afraid of failing and not just failing, but failing to leave a mark on this life, right? Like, I don't know how many conversations I've been in the 50 years I've been around where legacy, I want to leave a legacy has been a top notch conversation. Purpose. Well, for a long time, I didn't feel any of that. I was scared of it, and I don't even know why. So I realized that these words were actually what failed me. I did, because I put all the power in words. I put all the power in an outfit. I put all the power in a paper I wrote. I put all the power in the moves I was making, in the business that I had. I did not even, I don't think it ever came to my mind that the power was all within me. Because I was hoping that all the things I was doing was what would do all the heavy lifting of making me feel better, making my environment better, bringing me more money, bringing me more clients, bringing me more this, whatever it was. Because I was hoping that the things I was doing would magically transform me into who I thought I needed to be. Are you with me in this? Because I feel like coming to a realization of this in my midlife has been, wow, big, big for me. I mean, when I initially started seeing this unfold for me, I was really ashamed of it. Like, what like, seriously, why am I like this? But I realized punishing myself also doesn't do anything, right? I really just have to own that that's what I was experiencing. That's what my life was like at the time. And I look back and nothing was terrible. I mean, yes, I have had some dark night of the soul, but nothing I couldn't survive because I'm still here. And I realized that the truth I was unwilling to look at is that I already had the power in me. I just didn't believe it. I didn't believe that who I was and who I was becoming was enough and that I was already enough just as I am. And I know some of you are like, yes, me too. Oh my gosh. The thing is, the way that I figured like I'm going to figure this out was I'm going to read all the books. I'm going to sign up for all the classes, just like all of you, right? And they helped tremendously, tremendously. But I was still living the life of external validation, not internal validation. And that's what changes the game. I could have read and signed up and gone to a million different types of gross, personal, mental, emotional spaces. And I would have felt that moment of surge, like, yes, this is it. But I don't know if it would have had a long lasting change, a sustainable change, because they were still very all external. So this year, this end of 2024, which I just turned 51, heading into 2025, I'm fully aware that I'm not transitioning from midlife, but I'm going into midlife. So I want to do things different. I'm not running away from anything anymore. I'm running to it. You know, there's a saying that I've heard many times in all of my personal development. You can't go around something. You can't, the only way is through. That's the only way is through. So with that being said, my word is not anything fantastical or big or like, oh my gosh, that we're going to blow up this year. I feel all this amazingness. No, I'm going to walk into 2025 as a year of my allowing myself to be without trying to fix, hide, or perform. Good God, enough of this fucking performing. Allowing myself to create space for the messy. I've always kind of shoved the messy aside, roll it under the rug, put it places I can't see. No. Head on. I'm going to head on. I'm going to walk into 2025 allowing the beauty of the unknown. Freaking scary. But I'm going to hold myself to that. And I'm going to do it without needing to control every detail. This is a year I'm going to give myself permission to exist fully, ladies, exactly as I am. Oh, God, it feels so good to declare that. Oh my gosh, you don't know how good it feels. My body just feels like a deeper, reflective space for me. That's what I'm looking for. Not going to be about striving. That's not going to be the theme of my year. My year's theme is going to be rooted deeply in trusting my intuition. God, I've ignored my intuition for way too long. That quiet inner voice that knows exactly where I need to go, knows exactly who I am, and loves me just as I am. I want to honor my intentions. I want to be rooted in my soul. I don't want things to be dictated in my life by my external expectations anymore. I am done with that. I didn't even know I spent so much energy looking for external validation, and my expectations relied on things outside of me. Because I feel like if I really stick to this, I'm going to stay in alignment by being in what my mentor, Teresa, says inspiration is being in spirit. God, I've been looking for inspiration for so long. And all it really means is to be in spirit, to be connected to something greater than myself, which is, by the way, myself. I know. It's me too. Me too. I'm there. So, how will this unfold? Well, as you already know, I have been sharing so much of my story with you. I rebranded everything. I no longer am a business consultant. I really am going to follow this new path of who I'm becoming through all things her truth revealed. And it's gonna look messy sometimes. It's not gonna look neat or even polished. That's another thing. The spaces I want polished and looking neat is things like my closet, my outfit. I don't want to look like I just woke up every time I come on here. Is that for someone? Does somebody feel like they can get on here with their messy bun? Abso-freaking-lily. Do you, boo boo? Right? But this is me. I want to stay so authentically to who I am. I'm going to be dancing to this thing called being fearlessly wild. I know, to be wildly open and vulnerable, and also at the same level of commitment to do whatever it takes to bring my purpose to life. I'm so freaking excited about it. Like I could cry. I mean, because I think for the first time in my life, I'm choosing to show up as myself without hesitation, without apology. Just me. Like me, don't like me, listen to me, don't listen to me, whatevs, whatevs. So I'm super excited for this year. I am ready to let go of 2024. It has served me immensely well and beautifully. This year of 2025 is going to be something different. And I'm really so excited. And I hope that you join me on this journey as well, because I feel like I cannot be the only one that is feeling this way, that's feeling like we are ready to move past all of what 2024 has shown us. So I invite you. I invite you to do the same. I invite you to stop waiting for permission. I invite you to start creating space for the life that you want. Like, it's not even about life you deserve. Like, what do you want? I invite you to trust yourself. I invite you to honor yourself. I invite you to be in alignment with who you really are. That is my invitation to you. I am beyond thrilled that you're going to be on this journey with me. I love you. And until next time, bye.